What's up, guys? How are you? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Hope you all had a great Memorial Day weekend. And today, as you guys know, the only tractor that I'm waiting for parts right now is that Craftsman LTS 1500 that I got from a tip from my friend Nick from West Islip. I'm waiting for a deck belt for the other one, so I've got two tractors that are just waiting for parts, so I can't work on them right now. I'm in the middle of rebuilding that engine for the LTS 1500. As you know, yesterday I swapped out the piston from one blown one to another blown one. So basically I took two 17.5 blown engines, used the parts to make one. So I'm waiting for a gasket kit that I paid 11 bucks for. It's going to take a week to get here. In the meantime, I've got plenty of loose ends that I got to fix. In the meantime, I'm cleaning out my garage a little bit, getting some stuff that I don't need in the garage anymore, and storing it into my shed. In addition, I've got a ton of stuff that Quinn the mailman has to pick up today. Because we had such a long weekend, the mailmen are going to be really busy today because stuff has piled up over that long weekend, you know. And so the sorting and the delivering and the picking up, it's going to take them all day to get here. And in the meantime, I've got like almost 10 packages for them to pick up, including one that I have to drop off at UPS because it was a cheaper rate. If you can save $3 by going with another carrier, you do it, especially when you have a UPS store nearby where I was going today. In addition, Advance Auto Parts had a new shipment of the 160cc garden tractor batteries. And so I bought 4 because I have 5 cores that I need to exchange, but they only had 4 in stock, so I bought all 4. So I'm going to go pick it up in a little while, and at the same time drop off my package at UPS. At the same time, I sold another thing while I was waiting for the mailman to come today. I've got the Toro gas tank, my Dayton gas tank. I've got the Toro hydrostatic transmission here. Wait, is it hydrostatic? I forget. Might be the 5-speed. Some Toro tires and some other tires that I need to just store away. You guys miss Boba? I gave him a little bit of a trim with my hair clippers. He was getting really raggedy. Right, Boba? I sold my Kohler Courage flywheel and blower fan. $67. Ooh, I think I hear Quinn the mailman. I'm going to go help him with packages. So I'm back from Advance Auto Parts. There was no fuss, no muss. Just picked up those 4 batteries. I ended up spending $110 for 4 batteries, so that's roughly $28 each plus tax. So that's not bad at all. I know they're 160 crank amps, but I have so many core batteries that Walmart right now their thing is not open, so. Quick cut hair cutting kit from Wall. $30, I think. These went up because everybody's cutting their own hair during COVID. I've been cutting my own hair for 30 years. It's Asian hair. It's so easy. With the attachments, you're done, you know? Leave the top, whatever. I think this is probably my ignition switch for my Scots. While it works and everything, you gotta jiggle it to turn it on and jiggle it to turn it off. So I ordered another one. It was like $8 bucks. $8 or $10, I don't remember. Ignition switch. I'll install this later in the on the Scott's hauler, which, by the way, I listed for $375 and nobody wants it. I had one guy who actually offered to trade. He had a Honda track drive snowblower. He has it listed for $675 if he wanted to trade for the hauler. But the problem, I mean, that's a nice, you know, that's a nice snowblower, but I have 10 already, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get rid of them, you know? So I think the hauler is a little bit more fun to keep, you know, whatever it is. Even if I never sell it, I could use it. It's hydrostatic. Runs great. This is the carburetor for the Scotts. The reason why I bought it is because I think it leaks. That's right, it leaks. Because of the needle. That's right. And I bought this. This is for a Kohler Courage, but it looks just like it, so I got it. Has a fuel solenoid on it. Mine has this flat butterfly choke flap lever, whereas the one that says it's for my model, it's rounded. So I wanted to get something that looked just like it. So I'll install that ignition switch and carburetor later. But today we're going to work on something different for a change, since I have to wait for the parts for my lawn tractors, right? I'm going to be working on this Honda push mower. This is pretty complete push mower that I got from my friend Phil. Phil's the guy that I traded my Echo backpack leaf blower for the Toro 616 zero turn. That was a great deal for me. So he says this actually runs and everything, but it's self-propelled. I don't know if that works, but he says it runs and everything. It just leaks. So I'm going to check it out. Maybe a gasket or float needle or something. At the very least, we can just buy a cheap Chinese copied carburetor and put it on, and should be money all day for a Honda. Decent shape, not any rust that I could see anywhere. Well, the wheels are a little bit worn. Has a bag or two. Good deal. I'm gonna roll this out and let's take a look at this today. So he said it worked, so let's just turn the fuel shut off back on again, see where it leaks. There's gas in it. Not leaking so far, but it has just been a few seconds. I'm gonna check the oil real quick. Kind of dirty, but full. This handle seems a little low. Really low compared to what it normally is. Or am I losing my mind? Alright, well, let's give it a try. There's a choke. So it doesn't start. Blow some carb spray in there from my friends over at Lucas Oil Products. Cool. Next step, remove the carburetor. You're a traitor! So let's remove the air filter base. Hondas are all 10 millimeter. It's kind of hard. When you pull this out, the whole carburetor is like off. There's a couple of vent tubes there. This, you could see, it's got something going on over there. This is part of a gasket. To loosen this plate here. Holy cow. Holy cow. Got to remove the fuel line. Doesn't appear to be leaking anywhere. Fuel shutoff is off, so fuel should be pouring out of here. And it's not. It's a little, but not a lot. Let's rotate this. Take the throttle and the little tension wire off. And there'd be the carburetor. This gasket's ripped. Should kind of be okay though, but the gasket for the between the engine block and the carburetor should be very, very good. And I believe the spacer goes first. Right here. And the gasket's good there. This goes onto here. It should be good. This carburetor's heavy. Let's take off the bowl. Let's see. Good nut. Good gasket. Dry. See that? There's no fuel going to the carburetor at all. So when he said it was leaking, I don't really know what that means. And if you move the bowl, not the bowl, the float, the needle doesn't move with it. Okay? So the needle is seized in there, stuck. This needle here comes out, the pin, to hold the bowl. Try to get this out without breaking the needle. That's right, I need a screwdriver, but I just can't find one. You never can find something when you need it. I use this little one here just to pry the needle a little bit, see if I can move it without breaking anything. Yep, if I try to move it too much, it's going to break. I want to try to get this float off. Looks like I might have to get a new carburetor because I know I'm going to damage this. See the needle there? It's stuck. Can't budge it. I'm going to work on this. So it was pretty difficult. The plastic spacer, the metal heat shield, carburetor itself, the bracket that holds the whole thing on, then the cover, all has to go on, holding it with one hand, then sliding the studs through all of that to get it to the engine block. That while putting the tension spring, the little one, the throttle linkage, and the choke. The choke didn't look like it was working, so I had to test it out and stuff like that and did some adjustments. But the main jet, the little nut that's attached to the emulsion tube, completely blocked with green corrosion is what it was. So no fuel was getting in there at all. Loosened up the needle, sprayed the whole thing, cleaned it all out, and now all the linkages work, it chokes, and that nut is cleared. So I don't know if gas is getting it to it now. I hope it is, because I did the blow test, you know, and it seemed to work. So I'm going to turn the fuel shutoff back off again and hope that fuel is now getting in there. It's on choke. Let's try it. Awesome. Runs great. Let's try it again. That's awesome. Runs fantastic. So there wasn't a carburetor leak at all. It's just the carburetor needed to be cleaned is all. Seems to run just fine. Stokage. Very much stokage. I'm going to take the bag off and I'm going to go mow my lawn. I'm going to add some gas in here. Go mow my lawn. See how it works. So I removed the bag And the mulch cover's in there, look. It is a scorcher today. I mean, it's hot. My Brit neighbor Andy came over to talk. He's like, man, am I bored? And I says, bored? This is the first time I'm sitting down. He's like, yeah, well, you're always busy. And I'm like, well, you should find yourself a hobby so that you aren't so bored, you know? He's like, yeah, well, what did you do today? Are you kidding me? I went and bought 4 new batteries, and I dropped off a package at UPS for my eBay, and I fixed a Honda lawnmower, mowed both my lawns. I just replaced the ignition switch on the Scots and put the new carburetor I got in the mail today on there. And this is the first time I'm sitting down and having an ice-cold liquid ice energy drink. It is super refreshing. If you guys would like to try Liquid Ice Energy Drink, go to liquidiceenergy.com or shop Liquid Ice. You can also buy cases of this on Amazon. Tell them Henry sent you. Anyway. Man! That's enough to make your hairs grow in your chest. Anyway, man, check it out. As you guys know, the reason why I went and got a new ignition switch is because you had to jiggle the key. It was super worn, you know what I mean? You had to jiggle the key to get it to turn on. You had to jiggle it a little bit to get it to turn off, you know? And the carburetor leaked. So I got a new carburetor. I think I paid 13 or 15. Like I said, I bought it. It was the Kohler Courage carburetors. They fit on the commands too. So that worked great. The ignition switch was probably $8 or something. So, you know, I'm in this for about $22 so far. Oh, sorry, I have a new battery in there, so that costs like $30, right? Wow. I'm in this like $55. Hey, look, if I get $350 on it, that's $300 profit for a hauler. Problem is, I don't think I'm going to get $350 for it. Well, anyway, you know, the engine was free, the tractor was free, right? The whole thing was free. No matter what, it's profit, right? Or should I trade with that guy for the Honda snowblower? Honda snowblower is nice. You know, the one with the tracks? It's nice. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna try to enjoy the weather a little bit today. Maybe sit out on the patio and get some color. Oh, I forgot. I came out of my mom with a little bit of color already. A little bit more color. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the day, fellas. We'll see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Because the UPS guy screwed this up. I'm going to see you next time on Mowers and Blowers.